Japan is a country located in an area where several tectonic plates meet. These plates are like giant puzzle pieces that make up the Earth's surface. Sometimes these plates move, and when they do, they can cause earthquakes. Japan has a long history of earthquakes because it sits right on the edge of the Pacific Plate, which is one of the largest tectonic plates. Throughout history, Japan has experienced many powerful earthquakes. Some of the most famous ones include the Great Kanto earthquake in 1923 and the Great East Japan earthquake in 2011. These earthquakes caused significant damage and sadly resulted in the loss of many lives. Why does Japan have so many earthquakes? Japan experiences a high frequency of earthquakes due to its unique location and geological features. There are several reasons why Japan has so many earthquakes. 1. Tectonic plate boundaries. Japan is located on the Pacific Ring of Fire, which is a region with intense seismic activity. It sits at the meeting point of several tectonic plates, including the Pacific Plate, the Philippine Sea Plate, and the Eurasian Plate. These plates are constantly moving, colliding, or sliding past each other, leading to frequent earthquakes. 2. Subduction zones. One of the main reasons for earthquakes in Japan is subduction. Subduction occurs when one tectonic plate slides beneath another plate. In Japan, the Pacific Plate is subducting beneath the Eurasian Plate. This subduction process generates enormous pressure and can cause powerful earthquakes. 3. Intraplate activity. Apart from subduction, Japan also experiences earthquakes within its own tectonic plate. These are called intraplate earthquakes and occur due to the buildup of stress and strain within the plate itself. Although less frequent than subduction-related earthquakes, they can still be significant. 4. Complex fault systems. Japan has a complex network of active faults, which are fractures in the Earth's crust where earthquakes can occur. Some well-known faults in Japan include the Japan Trench, Nankai Trough, and Itoagawa-Shizuoka tectonic line. The presence of these fault systems increases the likelihood of earthquakes in the country. 5. Volcanic activity. Japan is also home to numerous active volcanoes. Volcanic eruptions can trigger seismic activity and earthquakes in the surrounding areas. It's important to note that while Japan experiences many earthquakes, the country has developed advanced technologies, building codes, and emergency preparedness measures to minimize the impact and protect its population. What is the Ring of Fire and its connection to Japan? The Ring of Fire is a term used to describe a major area in the basin of the Pacific Ocean that experiences a lot of volcanic eruptions and seismic activity, including earthquakes. It is a nearly continuous horseshoe-shaped ring, stretching for about 40,000 kilometers, 25,000 miles, around the Pacific Ocean. The Ring of Fire is called so because it is characterized by a large number of active volcanoes and frequent earthquakes. About 75% of the world's volcanoes are located along this ring, and approximately 90% of the world's earthquakes occur there. Japan is closely connected to the Ring of Fire due to its geographical location. The country is located in the northeastern part of the ring and is directly influenced by its seismic and volcanic activities. Japan sits at the convergence of several tectonic plates, including the Pacific Plate, the Philippine Sea Plate, and the Eurasian Plate. The interaction of these plates results in intense geological activity, such as subduction and crustal movement, which contribute to the occurrence of earthquakes and volcanic eruptions in Japan. The subduction of the Pacific Plate beneath the Eurasian Plate, specifically, is a significant factor in Japan's seismicity. This subduction process creates immense pressure and friction, leading to frequent and sometimes powerful earthquakes. Additionally, the subduction zone associated with the Pacific Plate generates magma, which rises to the surface and forms volcanic mountains in Japan. Due to its location on the Ring of Fire, Japan is known for its active volcanoes, frequent earthquakes, and geological instability. The country has developed sophisticated systems for monitoring and preparing for these natural hazards in order to ensure the safety of its population. What are the largest earthquakes in Japanese history? Japan has a long history of significant earthquakes. Here are some of the largest and most notable earthquakes in Japanese history. 1. Great East Japan Earthquake, 2011, also known as the Tohoku Earthquake. It occurred on March 11, 2011, off the northeastern coast of Japan. It had a magnitude of 9.0, making it the most powerful earthquake recorded in Japan. The earthquake triggered a massive tsunami that caused widespread devastation and resulted in the Fukushima nuclear disaster. 2. Great Kanto Earthquake, 1923. This earthquake struck the Tokyo and Yokohama areas on September 1, 1923. With a magnitude estimated to be around 7.9, it caused severe damage and claimed the lives of approximately 100,000 people. Fires that broke out after the earthquake added to the destruction. 3. Great Hanshin Earthquake, 1995. Also known as the Kobe Earthquake, it occurred on January 17, 1995, in the Kobe region of Japan. The earthquake had a magnitude of 6.9 and caused extensive damage to buildings, infrastructure, and lifelines. Over 6,400 people lost their lives, and it highlighted the importance of earthquake preparedness and response. 4. Sanriku Earthquake, 1933. This earthquake struck the Sanriku coast of northeastern Japan on March 2, 1933. With a magnitude of 8.4, it generated a devastating tsunami that affected multiple coastal areas. The tsunami reached heights of up to 28 meters, 92 feet, and resulted in significant loss of life, with approximately 3,000 fatalities. 5. Meiji Sanriku Earthquake, 1896. This earthquake occurred on June 15, 1896, off the Sanriku coast. It had an estimated magnitude of 7.9 and generated a destructive tsunami that impacted several coastal regions, including Aomori, Iwate, and Miyagi. The tsunami caused extensive damage and claimed the lives of over 22,000 people. These earthquakes represent some of the most significant events in Japanese history and have played a crucial role in shaping the country's approach to earthquake preparedness, response, and engineering practices. How does Japan prepare for earthquakes? Japan has implemented comprehensive measures to prepare for earthquakes and mitigate their impact. Here are some key ways in which Japan prepares for earthquakes. 1. Building codes and infrastructure. Japan has strict building codes that require structures to be designed and constructed to withstand earthquakes. Buildings, bridges, and other infrastructure are designed with seismic-resistant features, such as reinforced foundations, flexible materials, and shock-absorbing technology. 2. Earthquake-resistant technology. Japan has developed advanced earthquake-resistant technologies, such as base isolation and damping systems. Base isolation involves placing buildings on flexible supports or pads to absorb the energy of an earthquake, while damping systems use devices to reduce vibrations and oscillations. 3. Early warning systems. Japan has a sophisticated earthquake early warning system called the Japan Meteorological Agency, JMA, Earthquake Early Warning. This system detects initial tremors and quickly sends out warnings to various communication channels, including TV, radio, and mobile phones. This provides people with valuable seconds to take cover and evacuate if necessary. 4. Public education and drills. Japan emphasizes public education and awareness about earthquakes. Regular drills are conducted in schools, workplaces, and communities to practice emergency procedures and evacuation protocols. The government and local authorities provide information on earthquake preparedness, including guidance on what to do during an earthquake. 5. Seismic monitoring and research. Japan has a dense network of seismometers and sensors to monitor earthquake activity across the country. This monitoring helps in detecting and analyzing seismic events, contributing to a better understanding of earthquake behavior and improving early warning capabilities. 6. Disaster response and emergency services. Japan has well-organized disaster response mechanisms and emergency services in place. This includes well-trained search and rescue teams, medical response units, and a coordinated network of emergency shelters. The government and local authorities conduct regular disaster drills and exercises to ensure preparedness. 7. Tsunami preparedness. Given Japan's vulnerability to tsunamis triggered by earthquakes, the country has implemented extensive tsunami preparedness measures. These include tsunami warning systems, evacuation routes, coastal barriers, and public education about tsunami signs and safety procedures. Through these comprehensive efforts, Japan aims to minimize the impact of earthquakes, protect its population, and ensure a swift and effective response in the event of a seismic event. Thanks for watching.